Hi, and welcome to another lesson with Master Everyday English. In today's lesson, we are at the airport and we are going through the security checkpoint. This is the second lesson at the airport. The first lesson, if you want to check out this link, that's going to the check-in desk and checking your bags in at the airport. To get started, let's look at some of the useful phrases and the kinds of questions that you can expect to hear when you go through the security checkpoint at the airport. Could you please remove everything from your pockets? Can you remove all electrical items, including things like laptops and tablets? And can you place them in the bins provided, please? Take off your shoes, please. Can you remove your belt, please? Your bag doesn't fit through the X-ray machine. Can you hand it to the TSA officer, please? If you have any liquids in your bags, could you please take them out and put them in the bin separately? Could you walk through the scanner again, please? Could you raise your arms, please? I'm just going to pat you down. Is that okay? Those are some of the key phrases and questions that you can expect to hear when you're going into that security checkpoint. So now let's listen to a conversation. The conversation is between someone traveling, going through the security checkpoint, and one of the TSA officers at that security checkpoint.
Next person in line over here, please. Remove everything from your pockets, keys, wallets, phones, and place them in the bins along with your bags.
Okay, is that all?
If you have electrical items, laptops, tablets, e-readers, they need to be taken out of your bag and placed in the bins separate.
Okay.
Can you take off your shoes, please? Make sure you take off everything metal, necklaces, belts, sunglasses, anything like that. Make sure you take them off. Okay, now walk through to the body scanner, please. Stand here on the footprints and raise your arms above your head. Okay, step to the side over here, please. I'm going to pat you down, okay? Do you have any things left in your pockets? Check again.
No, I don't think so. Oh, wait, hang on. Yeah, I have some coins in my back pocket.
Okay, if you could take them and put them in this bin, please. Could you raise your arms again for me, please?
Sure, like this?
Yes, thanks. Okay, you're all clear. Walk over to the left and collect your things from the bins, please.
Now you've listened to that conversation. We've looked at some of the really useful phrases and questions you can expect to hear. Now let's look at some of the questions that you'll probably have when you go through the security checkpoint in the United States. What actually happens at the security checkpoint? Okay, so you've done check-in, and don't forget, if you didn't see my previous video, that's all about how to check in at an airport, and you can check it out at the link up here. And so now you're going from the check-in desk, the check-in area, and you're walking through the airport and you come to the security area, the security checkpoint. You'll see normally a line of people all waiting to go through the checkpoint. And then the first person you'll see when you get to enter that security checkpoint is a TSA, a security officer, who will want to see your passport and your boarding pass. So you need to have those ready when you get to the security checkpoint. They're going to ask you also for any passports and boarding passes for anybody you're traveling with. So if you're with kids or family or friends, they'll need to have those ready as well. Once you get through past that TSA officer, the next part is where you see the X-ray machine and the body scanner. There are normally more of these, so you'll go into one of the lines and wait your turn, and then when you get to the X-ray machine, you'll need to firstly take all of the things out of your pockets and you'll put them into the bins that they provide. After that, you'll take your carry-on and your personal bag and you'll put those into a bin as well. Here they normally ask you to take out any electrical items. So if you have a laptop or a computer or any electronic devices, you need to take those out and put them into a separate bin. They will also ask you to take off your shoes. If you're wearing a belt, they'll normally ask you to take off your belt, your hat if you're wearing a hat, and they may ask you also to take off any loose clothing. So if you're wearing, for example, a jacket or a coat, or maybe a scarf or a shawl, anything like that, they'll ask you to take off and place that into the bin that goes into the X-ray machine. Once you've done that, you then wait in front of the body scanner. Normally there is a TSA officer either in front of the body scanner or on the other side of the body scanner, and they will tell you when they want you to go and stand inside the body scanner. Now, with that body scanner, normally there are sort of footprints on the floor where they want you to stand. So you go into the machine and you stand on the footprints, and then they will ask you to raise your arms or lift your arms. So you do that, the machine starts, and then if everything's okay, you then walk through to the TSA officer on the other side. Now, if the machine alarm goes off, they may ask you to come out, and at this point they may pat you down, and then they'll ask you to go back into the body scanner again. If everything's okay, you then go through to the other side and you collect your items coming through the X-ray machine. What am I allowed to take through the security checkpoint? You can, of course, take through your personal bag and your carry-on bag. And anything in those bags, things like electrical equipment, cameras, all those kind of things you can take through the security checkpoint. Things you have to be a little bit careful with are things like liquids. And so with liquids, you are allowed to take some liquids through. So things like toiletries, maybe shampoo or shower gel or something like that. But they have to be in these sort of very small plastic bottles, which can only be as big as 3.4 ounces or 100 milliliters. Now these bottles, they also need to be inside, or they want them to be inside a clear bag so that you can see inside. And of course, as we said, when you go to the checkpoint, they want you to take those out of your bag and put them separately. If you have children and you have like baby's milk or baby formula or baby food, you can take all of those things through the security checkpoint. But you should tell the TSA officer scanning your bag before you put it through the X-ray machine, just so that they know that that's what they're looking at. Now this is the same for things like if you're a smoker, if you smoke cigarettes or e-cigarettes or vape pens, Those kind of things you can take onto the airplane with you. You're not allowed to smoke on the airplane, but you can take them onto the airplane with you. But again, it's a good idea to tell the person scanning your bag that those things are in there. And also if you're on some kind of medication, either a liquid medication that you need to take or a tablet or a pill medication, those are okay as well. What is not allowed through the security checkpoint? So as we said, liquids that are in small bottles are okay, so long as they're in a clear container inside a clear bag. However, anything in a bigger bottle, so any sort of water bottles or soda cans or basically any liquid that is in a larger container, they will not allow it onto the airplane unless it's something like we said before, like baby's milk or something like that. Other things that are not allowed are things like sharp objects. So for example, knives or scissors. The smaller scissors I think are okay, but the larger scissors are not allowed. And of course that goes the same for things like fireworks and flammable liquids and explosives. Anything, of course, that's very dangerous, you're not allowed to take onto the airplane. That's it for today. I hope this video is useful to you. If you're traveling in the United States, please, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and please click to subscribe.